Jesus said, "It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for someone who is rich to enter the kingdom of God." The disciples were greatly astounded and said to one another, "But who can be saved?" And Jesus looked at them and said, "For mortals it is impossible, but not for God. For God all things are possible." Hello, I'm Dr. Greg Neal, Senior Pastor of Grace United Methodist Church in Des Moines, Iowa. This passage has been a struggle for many Christians for many centuries. Essentially, Jesus is telling us that there is nothing that any of us can do to be saved, that is entirely up to God and God's grace that we are saved. But I'm not rich and powerful. I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire. This can't be talking about me, right? Sorry. Jesus' point is that there is nothing that we can do or achieve. There is nothing that we can earn. There's nothing that we have or are that will save us. Indeed, if we depend upon our things, if we depend upon our pedigree, if we depend upon what we can do, then we are lost. Our spiritual and religious life is always going to be rooted in God's grace, God's unmerited, unearned, and unearnable love and favor. For mortals, it is impossible, Jesus said, but not for God. For God, all things are possible. This Sunday at Grace, we will be exploring these words of Jesus and the calling that we have to focus our trust away from ourselves and onto Jesus, away from our own abilities and achievements and stuff, and toward God and God's love and God's grace and the way of life that Jesus has for us to live, reaching out towards God and towards others. If you're looking for love and grace and a community of affirmation and acceptance, join us for worship at Grace United Methodist Church. The service begins at 10:15 a.m. U.S. Central Time, both in person and online. And until then, may God's grace be with you.